Hello and welcome back to our Needle and Thread series. In part 1, we did research into women's clothing from and around 1916. In part 2, we created a pattern and made a mock-up. In creating or recreating historic clothing, both of those steps are essential. But we're now ready to move on to constructing the final garment. Our first task will be to take apart our mock-up and use the pieces as the pattern to cut the fashion fabric. It also was to help us make sure that fit and the shapes were correct. Next, we'll need to encase many of the raw edges in seam tape. This will prevent the fabric from fraying and add a nice finish to the interior since we are not going to line this garment. From there on, should be smooth sailing since we made a mock-up to work out any kinks. We'll start with the simplest garment first, the skirt. It has a closure in the back and an interior waistband that's made of grosgrain ribbon. This adds stability to the waist and is a period technique that many skirts from this era use, including the suit we looked at in part 1. Next, we'll assemble the jacket. I'm going to sew the pleats into the jacket before I attach the back. This makes it easier to maneuver through the machine. Next, we do shoulder and side seams. Adding facing to the front opening finishes the edges and creates a nice lapel. This also adds a little more body to the front where we want the jacket to keep its shape. It also creates another layer for buttonholes and buttons to be sewn so that they are more secure. Now that the jacket is assembled, we'll start on the detachable collar. We're going to pad stitch a stiffener to the fashion fabric. Pad stitching is a tailoring technique that I've never used before, but I love learning new skills. This creates a body and stiffness to the collar so that it'll stand up. The collar attaches to the suit with snaps so that it can be removed. To complete the project, we're going to do some hand sewing. I really love hand sewing. Though a sewing machine is faster, hand sewing can be done anywhere and takes very few tools. The hand finishing included hemming all of the edges of the jacket, attaching snaps to the vest to attach it to the jacket, closures to the back of the skirt, and buttons to the jacket and belt. I then hand-stitched marabou feather boas to the collar to add that touch of Florence La Badie glamour. And now the outfit is complete. The feather collar detaches with snaps so that it can be changed out. The jacket closes with buttons and has a button belt. The jacket needs a little pressing, but I can't wait to see this on display in the new museum, coming soon. With any project, there are always things that could have been done differently or better, and I can see a few small mistakes in the construction of the suit. However, overall, I think it looks very glamorous. I hope you've enjoyed following along with the process. Thanks for watching.